So far, so good. We've gone about 2 miles. Now we're getting on the highway.
Yeah, so anytime that you're looking at a vehicle that is used, I mean, hell new, really, you want to go ahead and, we're on an on-ramp right now, so I'm gonna juice it a little bit, get it up to about 70, 80 miles an hour. Luckily, we've got a pretty new bypass here near us that the pavement's actually pretty smooth. We can get it up to speed. Basically, what we're looking for here, make sure motor sounds okay. Most importantly, make sure the transmission shifts good, doesn't feel funky, going into overdrive. We're also looking for things like tire imbalance, alignment issues. I mean, those are not too big to fix, but it's something that you definitely want to factor in when you're purchasing the car, because every dollar that you spend, in addition to the purchase price of this vehicle, is obviously going to come off the profit. And a lot of things that you're going to have to get fixed, you might have to outsource. You probably don't have a tire making factory in your backyard or an alignment machine. So these are just the things you want to consider. But so far, so good on this. What year we said we were in a 14?
I think it's 14.
We were in a 14 Hyundai Santa Fe. So far, everything checks out. A little bit nasty on the inside, but honestly not that bad. So we'll see you here in a second.
And we had to say no to 2 chicks who tried to pick us up because of this ride.
Yeah, it's pretty hot.
We just got back from the test drive. Now we're going to pop open the hood and let's see what we got.
So we're looking at this Hyundai here. Earlier in the videos, I mentioned that Hyundais are kind of got a bad rap for the motors because sometimes they're pieces of shit. This is actually, oh, sorry, I cussed. This is a turbo GDI. These motors were actually a little bit better, but this, what I'm going to do right now is pretty much going to go over everything. So really, real quick, you just want to check the oil. We're just going to look. It looks clean. Looks like it's been changed. Nothing. It doesn't have any weird colors. Sometimes if it looks like a little bit of little Timmy's peanut butter sandwich, means like you have a head gasket issue. That looks good. We're going to look over here, pan over here to the coolant. We're going to see that it's at a full level. We popped the cap just to make sure. It looks like factory. It's supposed to be green, and that's what color it is. Just we look around, just scan. Killing, if you just want to take a scan kind of in here, just so you can see, looking for any oil leaks or anything. This thing looks pretty good so far. Also, too, I'm going to go ahead and close the hood just to kind of show you. If you don't have access to the Carfax, you can see if it's been in any major wrecks. The body lines seem to line up pretty good. If we're walking around the car, in general, we just want to walk around and see if there's any cosmetic stuff. So right here, we've got a bumper that's out that we need to fix. Some people might think this is a big deal, but really it probably just needs a clip or two. We've got a little bit of paint damage here. We're going to walk around. We look at our tires. We've got Michelin's. They look pretty good. They've actually got real good tread on them, so I'm not too worried about that. Got another little, we call this a little whiskey dent in the car business, because sometimes you get a little heavy on the whiskey, and then you just, hit your mom's car and you don't tell her. So we're going to walk around this side. A little bit of damage here. But overall, not too bad. Few little body issues, but we'll consider that in the price when we go over it later and show you kind of what to figure on how much it's going to be to get those fixed. So we'll see in a minute. All right, so I went over the Carfax again, and it had 2 accidents, which we'll show you the Carfax here in a minute. But I kind of did a real quick scan to begin with, and I wasn't taking my time. And after going back and looking at it, I just want to show you a couple things. So right here, it's actually got some markings on the headlight. At most body shops, they're going to want to replace that, but that actually can be sanded and buffed out. As you go down here too, this is what I saw to begin with, which I just thought was a few little dings, but upon looking further, I see that this light looks to be a little bit damaged, and we've got a little bit of a crack here in this lower valence front bumper. So the difference between, knowing people that do spot paint, paintless dent repair, or guys that do bumpers and stuff like that, we could probably have this fixed for, I would say, around $300 to $500. If you took this to a body shop, they're going to want to replace the front bumper, the front headlight, the fog lamp. You're going to be looking at a $3,000 or $4,000 bill. But in reality, this is kind of where you figure out how to make the money, right? Because if you're just an average Joe, you're getting a little fender bender, you take this to the body shop, they tell you it's $3,500. You either pay it out of pocket or you file it on your insurance. But for us, knowing the vendors that we do, and we can do most of the stuff ourselves actually. We can sand this out, We'll have our bumper guy come by and do this, like I said, probably for around $250. So that's the difference between paying $250, $300 to get a repair done and actually paying $3,500, which means the difference between making a profit and not making squat.